Now we want to show you, or we want to find out, we want to prove that a current carrying solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. A current carrying solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. Okay, it is almost similar to that of the current carrying loop. We have shown that a current carrying loop in the current carrying loop or in current carrying circular coil, we calculate the value of magnetic field induction in terms of magnetic dipole moment. In terms of magnetic dipole moment, B is mu 0 by 4 pi twice m by r cube. Okay, now what is the difference between circular coil and solenoid? If the length is more than the diameter, if the length of a coil is more than the diameter, it is called solenoid. Or if the length is less than the diameter, it is called circular coil. Now we want to show that a solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. That means the expression of magnetic field induction of bar magnet and that of the solenoid should be identical to each other. So this is the solenoid, and this is the axial line, this is the axis. At this point we want to calculate the magnetic field induction. Radius of the solenoid is taken as small a here as compared to that of, with reference to that of NCERT textbook. So small a is the radius of cross section of the solenoid. Okay, so this is the center of the solenoid. The length of the solenoid is taken as twice smaller. So this is the center of the coordinate system. This is say y-axis and this is say x-axis. We want to calculate magnetic field induction at the point P. From where we have to prove that it is identical to that of a bar magnet. Now, small n is the total number of turns. It is not, so small n is the number of turns per unit length of the solenoid. If we write capital N, it represents total number of turns, but if we write small n, it is a total number of turns per unit length of the solenoid. Our capital N is the total number of turns of the coil. Now first, I cut the whole solenoid into a small pieces. If I cut the whole solenoid in small pieces, then what happens? We will get some circular coils. We are getting some circular coils. So I consider a small circular coils of length dx. I consider a small circular coil of length dx. Okay. Now what is the total number of turns in this particular circular coil, small circular coil? N is the number of turns per unit length. Dx is length. So therefore total number of turns of this particular circular coil is N into dx. Let this particular circular coil is taken at a distance x from the center of the solenoid. This particular circular coil is taken at a distance x from the center of the solenoid. Okay, then what is this distance? Let us assume that the point P is at a distance smaller from the center of the solenoid. So therefore, this distance will be r minus x. Smaller is the distance of the point, axial point, where we want to find out magnetic field induction. For that, we consider a small circular loop inside the solenoid at a distance x from the center of the coordinate system. And the thickness of the solenoid, the thickness of the circular coil is dx. This thickness is dx. This is also called the length of the circular coil. Small n is the total number of turns per unit length. Dx is the length. So this gives us the total number of turns of the circular coil. What is the radius of the circular coil? Radius of the circular coil is a. Now in case of Now in the case of circular coil, what is B? Mu 0 Ni R square divided by twice R square plus R square whole to the power 3 by 2. This R is the radius of the coil. This small r is the axial distance. So if that is the case, that means for this circular loop, what is the value of B at the point B? dB is equal to mu 0 by mu 0 n means n into dx. Mu 0 Ni R square. Mu 0 Ni R square. Yes or no? It is mu 0 Ni R square. Mu 0 Ni R square. So it is mu 0, capital N means total number of turns of the circular coil. What is total number of turns of the circular coil? N into dx. Current is I. Current is I. What is radius? Radius square. Radius is A. So it is A square. Divided by twice. Divided by twice. What is twice? Radius square plus capital R square plus small r square whole to the power 3 by 2. What is capital R square? It is the radius of the circular coil. In our case, what is radius? It is A square. Now what is this distance? Now we have to consider this distance. Yes or no? Now we have to consider this particular distance, smaller. In this expression mu 0 Ni R square, this expression, this is the smaller, this is the axial distance. This distance is taken from the center of the circular loop. In our case, what is center of the circular loop? This is the center of the circular loop. From here to here, distance is given r minus x plus r minus x whole square. Whole to the power 3 by 2. Whole to the power 3 by 2. You just see it. This is the circular coil. Mu 0 Ni R square. Mu 0 Ni R square twice R square plus R square whole to the power 3 by 2. So here also it is mu 0, capital N means n into dx, I, radius square means A square. Normally in solenoid, A is less than the length of the solenoid. A is less than, diameter of the coil is less than the length of the solenoid. So therefore A is very small here. Again, as compared to this length of the solenoid, this distance is normally large. That means R is very, very greater than normally twice L. And under that situation, R minus X is equivalent to R. Normally, this distance is very, very small. This distance is very large. So R minus X equivalent to R. Again, A is very, very negligible. Therefore, instead of A square plus R minus X whole square, we may write R square. Under that situation. Why A is negligible? Because for solenoid, diameter is very, very less than the length. Number two, this distance is very small, this distance is very large. Therefore, R minus X is equivalent to R square. So, under that situation, A square plus R minus X whole square whole to the power 3 by 2 equivalent to R square whole to the power 3 by 2, yes, is equal to R cube. Is it clear? So if that is the case, what is the value of dB? It is mu 0 N I A square. This is the mu 0 Ni A square twice R cube into dx. I take this dx outside the bracket. Mu 0 Ni A square twice R cube into dx. From here, mu 0 N I A square twice, it becomes the R cube, twice R cube, dx is taken out. So that means this is the value of magnetic field induction at the point P, at an axial point P for this current loop. So therefore, what is the total magnetic field induction at point P due to the whole loop? That means I have to integrate it. So if I integrate this is my L and this is my minus L. And I have to integrate from minus L to plus L because we take total length of the solenoid twice L. I may consider the circular loop here and also here. So if I do that, this is the integration of dB. This is mu 0 Ni A square twice R cube. Yes or no? This is integration of dx from minus L to plus L. From x is equal to minus L to plus L. Because we may consider the current loop here and here. If I consider the current loop here x is L. If I consider the current loop here, x is minus L. So therefore, mu 0 Ni A square, integration of dx from minus L to plus L. What is integration of dx? Integration of dx is nothing but dx. Integration of dx is nothing but x. So therefore, what we get? We get b is equal to mu 0 Ni A square divided by twice R cube. Integration of dx is x from minus L to plus L. So therefore this side whole b. So this is mu 0 Ni A square divided by twice R cube. So L minus L. So from here we get mu 0 Ni A square. This is not from here. This is twice R cube. This is twice L. Now we have to restructure it. B is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi. Okay? This is the current. N into twice L. Small n is number of turns per unit length. Twice L comes from here. Twice L is the length. So this term gives us the total number of turns of the coil. So this is current I. I put pi A square. Initially there is no pi. I have written pi here. So I have to written pi here. This pi get cancelled. Now what is pi A square? It is the cross-sectional area of the solenoid. What is N into twice L? N into twice L gives you the total number of turns. That means N into twice L I into pi A square. This gives us NIA. This is the magnetic dipole moment. N into twice L, this is the total number of turns. Twice L is the length of the solenoid, total length of the solenoid. N is number of turns per unit length. I is the current, pi A square. A is the radius of the cross section of the solenoid. Pi A square gives you the area. Current into area gives us magnetic dipole moment. That means this term gives us the magnetic dipole moment. Divided by R cube. Then you may say that, sir, only 2 is here. You have written 4. So therefore I have to multiply it by 2. Because this twice L comes here, na? This twice L comes here. Therefore, this term is equal to M. That means this term is equal to M. So therefore B is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi. Mu 0 by 4 pi twice M divided by R cube. Twice M divided by R cube. So this is the magnetic field induction. This is the magnetic field induction at the axial point of a current carrying solenoid. Current carrying solenoid, provided small r is very greater than the length of the solenoid. Small r is very greater than the solenoid. Okay? Because this is the bar magnet, this is the north pole, and this is the south pole. Pole strength is M each. Okay? So in this case, magnetic dipole moment is M into twice L. This is twice L, length of the solenoid. It is called magnetic length of the solenoid. Therefore, what is value of B? at the axial point of bar magnet. It is mu 0 by 4 pi twice m by r cube. This is the value of magnetic field induction. This is the value of magnetic field induction at an axial point for a bar magnet, where the point is at a distance r cube. What is capital M? A small m into twice L. Small m means pole strength, twice L means total length of the solenoid, total length of the bar magnet. Now this expression and this expression are exactly same. This expression and this expression are exactly same. Or we may write electric field intensity at an axial point of electric dipole also, twice P by R cube. Here P is electric dipole moment, here M is magnetic dipole moment. Small r is the axial distance from center of the solenoid. Here small r is the axial point distance from the center of the electric dipole. You just see this expression and this expression identical. This expression and this expression identical. Therefore, we can prove that, we can conclude that a current carrying solenoid behaves like a bar magnet. Behaves like a bar magnet. So if it behaves like a bar magnet, then what happens? One end of the solenoid must behave as the magnetic north, and other end must behave as magnetic south. So if I look from this side, and current through this phase is anti-clockwise, this end behave as the magnetic north. So if I looking from this side and current through this phase is anti-clockwise, then from this side current is found to be clockwise. So therefore this end behaves like the magnetic south pole. Okay? So in this topic we have shown you a current carrying solenoid behaves like the magnetic dipole. In the previous lectures we have proved that a current carrying circular coil is also behaves like a magnetic dipole. So there also we calculate what is the value of magnetic field induction. What is the value of magnetic field induction for a circular coil? We have found mu 0 by 4 pi twice m by r cube. It is almost identical to that of the expression, to that of the today's expression mu 0 by 4 pi twice m by r cube. That means what is the difference between solenoid and that of the circular coil? The solenoid has larger length compared to diameter, and for circular coil length is very very small as compared to diameter of the coil, or diameter of the coil is more than the length of the coil. One small difference is here. So here small n represents total number of turns of the small n represents number of turns per unit length of the coil. So therefore small n into twice L give us the total number of turns of the solenoid. So if I write small n, it is always number of turns per unit length. So if I write capital N, it is total number of turns of the coil. So therefore small n into twice L gives us small n into twice L gives us total number of turns of the coil. Okay, total number of turns of the coil. And what is pi a square? It is area of the coil. So current into area give us the magnetic dipole moment of the solenoid. Okay, I stop today here.